Hello everyone, I'm audible to all of you. Welcome to Dhruvika Academy. This is your mentor Mayank Dubey and I welcome you in today's analytics session. Hope you all are doing great. So do let me know in the chat box. My voice is completely audible to you. Yesterday we already discussed many important tricks for your calculation. As I said, speed mathematics is very important. Means to get the answer in shorter time duration. How we can enhance that. Nowadays it is very important in quantitative aptitude part. How quickly you get the answer. For that we must know some of the important tricks, ways from which we can easily get our answer. So this session is regarding that. Already we had a session yesterday, right, on what the calculation tricks, where I told you the ways, quick ways, how you can determine the squares in just 5 seconds. Now in today's session we are going to learn square root tricks, how you can calculate the square root, how you can calculate the cube root of any number, just quickly in 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, so do let me know in the chat box. Very good, Virana, good evening. Okay, Swati, so I am completely audible, I can read your messages. Great, hope you all are doing great. So let's start. And in the meantime I would request you all to share it with others who are preparing for the same. Okay, if you can. Now let's start the session. So yesterday I told you already square tricks, right? And till what? Till 125. The range was from 11 to 125. Right? And hope you all practice that even. So let's start with square roots. If we are talking about the square root, it becomes a very important part. So first we will discuss what is a square root. Squares are what? When we are multiplying the same number together, right? Like 2 multiply 2. So this is the square. Okay. This is the square. And now if we'll talk about root. So when two same number multiplication is there under the root, right? So the square root of that number is going to be 2. Means if we are multiplying the same number, Jyoti, yes, okay, that's great. If we are multiplying 2 multiply 2, so 2 is repeating under the root, right? So square root means what? When two similar number are multiplying under the root, so the same number will come out of the root. Okay, like this. 4 multiply 4 is there under the root. So square root of this 16, square root 16 is going to be 4. And square of 4 is 16. So yesterday I told you the tricks for square. Now today I will tell you the way to get the square roots in just few seconds. And both perfect square roots and imperfect square root, both I will tell you today, right? How you can easily calculate that. So now just see. First thing which you need to keep in your mind is the the unit digits of the squares of from 1 to 10. The numbers square from 1 to 10. See, 1 square is 1. But if I will talk about unit digit, so here the unit digit is going to be 1. 2 square is equal to 4 and here the unit digit is 4. Clear? Now 3 square is what? 9. This is very important, right? Just keep this in your mind because we are starting from the basic. So this point which I am discussing here is the most important point in our square root trick. Now 4 square, right? What? The 4 square is also there, right? So 4 square is 16, but here the unit digit is 6. Here it is 9. Okay. Now if I'll talk about 5, I think it is not visible, right, where I am writing. Okay, so I'm just keeping 5 square here. Just look out here. 5 square is 25 and the unit digit here is 5. Clear? And if I will talk about 6 square, so 36, the square of 6 is 36, where the unit digit is 6. Square of 7 is 49 and here the unit digit is 9. Square of 8 is 64. Unit digit here is 4. And if we'll talk about 9, so 9 square is 81, where the unit digit is 1. Now 10 square is 100, and here the unit digit is 0. So here what I am explaining, just focus on that. You need to remember all these unit digit, all these squares unit digit. Means if I will say what is the unit digit of 1's square, so you will say 1. But if you will say here, if you will see here, the unit digits of 1 and 9 is what? 1, which is common. For 1 also, unit digit is 1. 1's square unit digit is 1. And the square of 9, here also you will see the unit digit is 1. Now let's talk about 2 and 8. Here the unit digit is what? 4. 3 and 7. 3 and 7. Unit digit is 9. So these numbers, unit digit is common or not? Yes. So this will play an important role. So that's why I'm discussing again and again here. Now let's move on to the other thing further. Now 4 and 6. So 4 and 6, sorry, not multiply, 4 and 6. If you will discuss the unit digit here, so for 4, the unit digit is 6. And for 6 as well, the unit digit is 6. So if we will talk about, there are few numbers whose squares, unit digit is coming common. 1 and 9, right? 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. But if we will talk about 5, so 5 is a single number whose unit digit is 5. Right? And if we'll talk about 10, so 10's unit digit is 0. Okay. I hope it is clear. Now let's take some examples so you will get the idea why I was discussing that squares. So first thing is you need to remember these unit digits of the squares from 1 to 10. Okay. Now one example I am taking so you will have the idea what actually I am talking about. Suppose you want to calculate the square root of 676. You don't know what is the square root of 676. So now the major steps are coming. First cover last 2 digits. What I'm saying, first cover last 2 digits. So there will be 2 parts. Cover last 2 digit means that is part B, and the remaining part is there. Right? Remaining part is also there, and that remaining part shows you what? Part A. Okay? Whenever you want to calculate a perfect square root, this is for perfect square root actually. So majorly we all face what? Perfect square root in the exam. I will tell you these tricks for imperfect square root also, but first we will discuss perfect. Now, part A, part B. Part B always going to be last 2 digits. Okay. So now let's have the solution. 6, 7, 6. So this is part B. In part B, you need to cover last 2 digits, but only one thing will work out, unit digit. This is important for you. You need to cover last 2 digits, but the important part is the unit digit. What unit digit is here? 6. So if I will talk about 6, so 6 was the unit digits of which squares? So you will say 4 and 6. You can see here even. The unit digit of 4 was what? 4's square was 6. And the unit digit of 6 square was 6. So this decides actually the unit digit of your answer. So it can either be 4 or 6. Either 4 or 6. But you are not confirmed whether your answer's unit digit is 4 or 6. Now let's move on to the part A. So in part B, you make sure what? The unit digit confirmation. Now let's talk about part A. So part A will tell you the rest of the part of your answer. Okay, how? See here, 6. So part A need, you just need to find out the perfect square root. Part A need to be perfect square of any number, perfect square of any number, or if it is not a perfect square value, then which number you need to answer, which number will come, which number or sorry, which number is the perfect square number, right, which is below 6, which is less than 6. If you will go just downside, so which number is less than 6 and a perfect square also? 4, which is the perfect square of 2. So just calculate the square root of that number, right, which is less than part A, but that need to be a perfect square value. So perfect square root of 4 is going to be 2. So your answer's first digit is 2. But whether your answer is 24 or 26, it is not confirmed yet because we have the confusion 4 or 6. How we can rectify that? That I am going to tell you now. See, after having the confirmation of the first part, first part of your answer, you just need to multiply this first part with what? One digit above. Means if you are getting 2, then you need to multiply it with 3. 2 into 3, you will get 6. Clear? 2 multiply 3, you are getting 6. Now compare this 6 with part A. If this product is greater than or your part A, I am talking about part A. If part A is greater than or equal to the product, see here, part A is 6 and this product is 6. So here it is equal to part A. In this case, you will choose the larger value. I will explain you once again. Just see the few steps which I am telling you. It's not complicated. I am going through each and every steps so you will better understand. I'll take few more examples, then you will come to know, okay, right, how we need to follow this. But first understand what I am doing here. We got 2, right? 2 we got. Now, after getting this first part of your answer, just multiply this first part with what? One number ahead, one digit above, what you can say. So 2 plus 1, 3. So 2 into 3, 6. After doing this, you are doing for what? Unit digit confirmation. Unit digit confirmation process. It is not so long. I'm just explaining step to step, so that's why, right? I'm taking time for you. When we will take some more example, I will tell you how you can get it quickly. Now see, 6. Now compare this 6 with part A. It is equal to part A, so we will take larger number. If part A is greater than or equal to this product, which we are getting here, then you will go with larger number in unit digit place. If part A is less, then you will go with the smaller number. So here in this case, part A is equal to 6. So you will go with the larger number. So 26 is the answer here. I'll take some more example. Suppose you want to calculate the square root of 8281. Okay. Perfect square root of 8281. So as per our process, what we need to do? Cover last 2 digits. Okay. Just cover last 2 digits. And in these 2 last digits, one digit is important, which is the unit digit. But you need to cover in part B last 2 digit. Okay. Now focus on the unit digit. Unit digit is 1. Means your answer's unit digits are going to be 9 or 1. As I told you, 1 is the unit digit of which numbers squares from 1 to 10. So you will say 1's square, unit digit is 1, and for 9 even. So 1 or 9, you don't know which is your answer. Now just focus on the part A. Part A is the perfect square value? No. So which number is the perfect square? If you will go for what? The less than 82, right? You just need to go down. Okay. So A. right? Just go before 82. So before 82, 81 is there. So perfect square root of 81 is going to be 9, right? So perfect square value was 81, whose square root is 9. So your answer's first digit is 9. Clear? Now just multiply. Now you don't know your answer is going to be 99 or 91. For that confirmation, you will multiply your first part of answer with what? One number ahead, right? Just above. So 9 multiply 9 plus 1 means 9 multiply 10. So you are getting 90 here. This is for unit digit confirmation. Now after getting this product, compare it with part A. Part A was 82. Part A was 82, which is less than this 90. So if part A is less, you will go with the smaller number in unit digit place. So 1 you will take. So answer is going to be 91. I hope you are getting it well. Jyoti, Virana, Swati, everyone, tell me fast. I'm just awaiting for your confirmation. Is this clear? Okay, let's take some more examples. Suppose you have, okay, okay. Suppose you have a number like 9604, right? You need to find out the square root of 9604. So cover last two digits. Now unit digit is 4. So, right, unit digit of which numbers squares are 4 from 1 to 10. So you will say 2 and 8. So your answer's unit digit is going to be either 2 or 8. This is confirmed now. Okay. Now just move on to the part A. Part A is 96. So 96 is not a perfect square. Just go, right, what before 96. So which number is a perfect square before 96? 81. So square root of 81 is 9. It is the perfect square of 9 actually. So your answer's first digit is 9. Now multiply 9 with 10, because we don't know what is going to be our unit digit, 2 or 8, right? So 9 into 10, 90. Now compare this product. You will multiply your first or the number, right, first part of the answer with what? One digit, one number above. So 9 into 10, 90. Now just compare this 90 with part A. Part A is what? 96. So part A is larger here, right? Part A is larger. So in case of larger, where A is greater than the product, you will go with the larger number. So among 2 and 8, between 2 and 8, which number is larger? 8. So your answer is going to be 98. I hope it is clear. If it is clear, then give me a thumbs up. Now take one more example here. 1681. Okay, I'm giving you one more example. 1681. Okay, so last two digits are here. 81. But you're right, you're going to focus on only unit digit. Part B is 81 and rest of the part will be part A. Clear? Now in 81, 1 is there, which is most important. So just focus on that. Who, right, which numbers unit digit, which numbers squares unit digit is 1? So you will say 1 square unit digit is 1 and 9 squares unit digit is 1. From 1 to 10 I am considering. I told you at the beginning. Okay. Now our answer's unit digit is going to be either 1 or 9, that you know now. 16 is already a perfect square value or not? Yes. So just when your part is already a perfect square of some number, then just take the square root of A, right? 16. So square root of 16, right? Square root of part A is going to be what? 4. So here you can say your answer's first part is 4. Now 4 multiply 5. Just do the unit digit confirmation. So 20. Now 20 is smaller than part A or not? Yes. Part A is smaller actually. It is 16, right? So part A is smaller here. So what we can say, if part A is smaller, we will go with the smaller digit, right? So your answer is 41 in this case. I hope it is clear. Give me a confirmation fast. Is this clear? So we will move on to the imperfect square root. Now by this procedure, you can just calculate the perfect square root of any number. Okay, I am taking one more example where 5 digits are there. Okay, so 11664. Suppose you need to find out the square root of this number. So now you will cover last 2 digits, which is your part B. Part A is rest of the part. Okay. Clear? Jyoti, Swati, Firana, give me a confirmation. Everyone. Okay, now see. In 64, last 2 digits covered, but you know, right, what is important for you. Here you need to focus on the unit digit, which is 4. So whose square? Unit digit is 4 from 1 to 10. So you will say square of 2. Unit digit is 4. So 2 and 8 also. So unit digits of 2 and 8's square are 4. So that's why our answer's unit digit is going to be 2, either 2 or 8. Clear? Either 2 or 8. Now 116. 116 is not a perfect square value. So just go less. So which is the perfect square value? Less than 116. But that need to be less than 116. So that will be 100. 100. Okay. So when you will calculate the square root of 100, so that is going to be 10. So your answer's first part is going to be 10. Now multiply 10, just one value ahead, right? Just with 11. 10 multiply 11, 110. I hope it is clear now. It is clear now. So 110 you are getting here. Clear? So 110, if you will compare with part A, so 116, so part A is larger here. So when part A is larger, you will go with larger digit. So 108 is going to be your answer. Okay. I hope now it's clear to all of you. Clear? Okay, that's great. Very good, Jyoti. Okay. Now let's move on to the imperfect square root. Imperfect. There are two ways to solve imperfect square root. Okay. Suppose imperfect square roots are what? Whose square roots are coming in decimal. Suppose you need to find out the square root of 2. Square root of 2 or square root of 7. Right? Or square root of 11. So these are not the perfect square values. So if we will find out the square roots of these numbers, that will be in decimal. So that is called as imperfect square root. Clear? Now, what to do when we are calculating imperfect square root? So now I am telling you one shortcut which you can follow here. So you are finding out the square root of 2. So before 2, whatever the number is, just before that, which number is the perfect square, that you need to focus out. And after that, which number is the perfect square. So before 2, 1. 1 is a number which is the perfect square, right? Which is the perfect square or not? Tell me. Yes. So 1's square. So if you will find out even the square root of 1, you will get 1. Fine. And after 2, which number is the perfect square number? Which is the perfect square of some number? So you will say 4. Sorry. And square root of 4 is going to be what? 2. Okay. Now here the trick is what? You just need to go with the flow. Okay. So this 2 is lying between what? The square of 1 and the square of 2. Am I correct? So if you want to move from one perfect square value to another perfect square value, how much we need to travel from 1 to 4 plus 3? But how much actually you are moving? You are moving only plus 1, one step. So you know that your answer is going to be 1 to 2 you are moving, right? This 2, this is square root 2 is actually coming between the square root of 1 and the square root of 4. Am I correct? So you just need to check. If I want to move from one perfect square value to another perfect square value, I will count how many steps? 3 steps. Okay. Plus 3 I need to do. But I am going in practical, if you will see, 1 to 2, only one step. So you know that your answer is going to be 1 point something between 1 and 2, because it is lying between the perfect square of 1 and 2. So your answer is going to be 1 point something something, right? Are you getting my point now? But how much? 1 point, how much? So just go like this. I hope you are getting the point. If you are still have any difficulty, do let me know. I'm just telling you the method which you need to follow here. Okay. So 1 is there. Okay. But how many steps you moved? 1 to 2, only one step. And how many was required actually to move to perfect square? 3. So 1 by 3 means 1.33 is the square root of 2. Is this clear? Right? Is it clear? And this is not a perfect thing. It is approximately. One more step is there which you can follow. This was the first method, right? Where you can chase. I'm taking one more example. Suppose you need to find out the square root of 7. So 7 is lying between what? Two perfect square values. 2 square and 3 square. So your answer is going to be 2 point something. Clear? Is this clear? 2 point something. We are talking about what? Imperfect square roots now, where the values are coming in decimal when we are taking the root. Clear? Everyone, you all need to be proactive in the chat box. Okay? Okay, fine. So if I will move, 2 square means 4 and square root 7. So I am taking just 7. 3 square means 9. Okay, now just take it as a number. So if I want to move from one perfect square to another perfect square value, means without decimal, I need to travel 5 steps. But I can go ahead till plus 3 only. Are you getting my point? Is this clear to all of you? I am going from 4 to 7. And if I want to move from 2 to 3, actually for perfect square values, the requirement was 5. I know that my answer is going to be 2 point something. 2 point how much? So now here check. 2, 3 by 5. How much? 2, 3. Actually you have right covered only 3 steps and the requirement was, total requirement was 5. So 3 out of 5. So 2.6 something. So it is approximate calculation, as I said, for imperfect square root. Is this clear? This method is clear or not? So I will tell you another one. Is this clear to all of you now? Okay, let's focus on the another imperfect square root trick. Another. Okay. So another method is what? Suppose you want to calculate the perfect square of 21. Okay. 21. So now I can write it in two ways. 16 plus 5 under the square root, or 25 minus 4. Is it correct what I am writing here? Square root 21 can be written in this form even. Square root 16 plus 5, square root 25 minus 4. Right? Why I have written this? See, 21 is the imperfect square root. So before 21, what was the perfect square value? 16. Right? So 16, okay. Plus what I need to do to get 21 plus 5. So just consider two parts here. One is what? One is x and another one is y. So x is what? The perfect square value, and y is the rest part, whatever is left here. Okay, the remaining part. Here also you can say 25 is x, so y is 4. I am going to tell you the format by right, which that format you can easily, by that way you can easily get the answer. But first try to understand what is x and what is y. Right? I am taking one more example for your better understanding. Actually, okay. 21. So if I'm going ahead, I'm taking what? 41, suppose. So can I write 41 as 36 plus 5 or 49 minus 8? Can I write in that way? Tell me fast. Right? It can be written in this way even. So here what I have done, before 41, what was the perfect square value? 36. So this is x, perfect square value. And how much I need to add in 36 to get 41? Plus 5. So this extra remaining part is y. Here also, if I will go above 41, which perfect square value will come after 41? 49. So this is x, and the rest part which I need to subtract is y. So x and y, I hope this is clear to you. Now how we will use this, that you need to understand in a better way. Okay. Now x and y. So how you will calculate the perfect square root here? By taking x and y. Just see. Square root x, remember this step, right, which I am writing here. Square root x, now it depends whether you are subtracting or adding, plus minus y divided by 2 square root x. Are you getting my point? I'm just following this. Suppose you need to find out the square root of 21. So we will take the first example. X is 16, right? So square root of 16 plus, because here addition is there, right? So y is 5 divided by what? 2 multiply square root x, means square root 16. And you know square root 16 is 4 plus 5 divided by 2 into 4. Square root 16 is 4, so 8. Are you getting my point now? Yeah. So when you will divide it by 8, you will get what? 4.6 something, right? You are going to get 4.6 something. Is this clear? Approximately 4.6 will get here. Similar thing, note each and every step what I have mentioned here. Now if you will follow the second part, what, where x is, okay, I am solving here. X is 25, so just follow square root 21. X is 25, so just take square root 25, and minus is here, right? So minus y is what? 4. 2 multiply square root 25. So square root 25 is 5, minus 25 is also there under square root here. So 5 into 2, because square root of 25 is 5. So 5 into 2, 10. So 4 by 10. So 5.4. Sorry. 5 minus, my mistake. 5 minus 0.4. So 4.6. The same thing we are getting from both steps or not? Tell me. Here also we got 4.6 and here also we are getting 4.6. I hope this is clear. One more example which I have shared here. I'm taking that example as well. Suppose 41 is there, right? So I already told you 36 plus 5, there are two ways to write it, or 49 minus 8. So I'm taking this example, right? So just put the value in the step. So what you will say? Okay, root x, this is x and this is y. So first is root x plus, because we are using plus here, plus y divided by 2 root x. Okay, so root x means 36. So square root of 36 is going to be 6 plus y is 5, and square root of 36, you know, 6 into 2, 12. So just divided by that, 6.4 something you will get or not. This is approximate answer. Are you getting my point now? Nearby value you will get almost. So this is for imperfect square roots. Perfect square roots, already I told you how you can determine. You need to practice on that, okay? Just take some perfect squares and just implement square root value also. Yesterday I told you trick to calculate the squares. Now just use those tricks to get the perfect square roots even. First calculate the square, then find out the square root of that square. So this will be a better practice. Clear? Now same for you can follow for this even. I hope you got the logic. Okay, one more example, last example I am taking. Suppose you are finding out the perfect square of 83. Sorry, square root of 36. Not 36, 83. Square root of 83. So we can write 83 as 81 plus 3, 81 plus 2. Before 83, perfect square value is 81. So square root of 81 means square root of x. Directly you can get or not, because x is 81 here. So square root of 81 is going to be 9. Right? Now just follow these steps which I told you. Square root x plus y by 2 root x. So square root x value is what? 9 plus y is 2 here, and 2 multiply 9 means 18, right? So you can cancel it 1 by 9. So 9.11 something you will get here as the answer. So I hope in today's session, whatever the steps I told you, what are the ways I told you for square roots, perfect square root and imperfect square roots, both we have covered in detail. One thing you need to make sure that the practice, you need to practice a lot, right? Then only you will use two of these all steps. These steps are very easy, but once, right, you are used to of it. So for that you need to practice a lot. Okay, so hopefully today's session was wonderful for you all. You enjoyed the session. If you have any query, any doubt, you can tell me, you can ask, right? So if you are preparing for PGCET 2024, so our Samrat batch is already launched, right? So where you will get the mentorship of the experts who are, right, going to guide you towards your journey for PGCET 2024. Okay, so I'm your mentor Mayank Dubey for Quantitative Aptitude. As I said already, the batch has started running, so don't get late. Just join the batch for the proper, right, proper preparation. If you want to get selected in a better way, if you want to make your preparation in a better way, then you must join. So what are the things which we are offering in the course here? The Samrat batch course outlines are live classes in application which you will get, recorded classes also. By the way, you are unable to attend the classes, then you can watch the recorded versions even. Complete syllabus, which is very very important, because see, if you talk about the subjects, so these subjects are common in many exams, but exam targeted study is very very important, because every exam is having their own pattern. Okay, so as per that pattern, right, syllabus is prepared. So what are the things which we need to focus, what are the topic which are relevant and more important, right? So everything we will cover here. 50 mock test, Karnataka ranking, access to all batches. You will get the access to all batches, weekly mock test and class test, which is one of the most important thing for getting the success. Okay, if you are preparing for any comparative exam, if you are preparing for what, uh, PGCET 2024 even, mock test practice is very very important in class test. From there you can get what, you can understand where you need to work out more, because by getting the result of mock test and class test, you can do the analysis, proper analysis, which is very very important. So hope you got the concept, everything. As you know, Dhruvika Academy, already I told you, offered PGCET 2024 Samrat batch. So full syllabus coverage is there, full length study material, full length test series, live recorded classes, I already told you, right? And here you can see MBA and MCA save up to 50%, almost 50% off is there on MBA and MCA batch. You can see, right? 50% is off. Just only at rupees 3000 for MBA, and for MCA it is at rupees 3500. I hope you understood it. If you haven't downloaded our app yet, download link is given in the description box. You can go through that and download the app. So thank you so much, and if you're new to the channel, do subscribe it, right? We'll see you tomorrow at same time. Till then, keep learning and keep shining like a star. Thank you so much. Good night.